Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Connie the Butcheress and this is Butcher Diaries. Okay, so who is Connie? Basically, Connie is an educator or teacher by profession, and I'm an entrepreneur by passion, and I'm in the meat industry, the red meat industry, and I specialize in meat processing, basically. And that's basically what the channel is going to be um, talking and basically doing. That is basically what we're going to be talking about. But that doesn't mean that we are not going to explore other businesses that are related or are within the value chain of 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 the of my business, red meat processing. As we know that there are so many different dynamics to this business, and there are other businesses as well that depend on this business. So within this value chain there is so much that goes on, and we need to explore that. I'm here um, so that we are able to explore that. um, I am South African, and I'm going to try by all means to speak English as much as possible, though I'm Zulu, but the area that I'm in is mostly influenced by Sotho speaking people. So, somewhere, somehow, I'll be mixing the languages. Please excuse me for that, because I know how I talk, so I might as well just warn you in advance so that you know what you're getting yourself into. But I'm going to try by all means to include everybody who has a desire to, or who has an interest basically, to follow me. I hope that you guys, we have a good time together. We get to know each other. We explore together as well, and we learn from each other, because I think that is the most important thing. When you start a channel like this, you never know where it's going to go. You never know where it's going to end. You never know what is going to happen along the lines. And I'm hoping, I truly am hoping that this is a birth, this is a beginning of something beautiful that's going to come. I hope that this is going to bless a lot of other people throughout the world, you know. So yeah, stay with me, guys. Um, let's explore this industry. But for now, for today, this is what is going to happen. I'm going to talk about the inspiration behind the idea of Butcher Diaries and how it came about, basically. And so that's basically what I want us to touch about. But as we go along, I'm also going to be doing, as time goes on, basically, um, I'm also going to be uploading videos of the work that I actually do in the plant or in the butchery, whichever is going to come first. And I'm going to explain, there is a whole lot of things that I still need to tell you guys as and when we go along. By me being here, this is what I want to explain first, because a lot of people have their own minds, and people have a tendency of misinterpreting things. So by me being here, this does not mean that I know everything about the industry. Like I said before, we are all here to learn, and we are here to learn from each other as well. So I'm going to need everybody's input, everybody's experiences, especially people that have been in the industry for years and years. I would love to hear from you guys as well, so that you also help us to grow. And also those people that have a desire to get into the industry as well. um, I hope that you find what you're looking for on this channel as well. And I hope that we grow together, you know, um, and we find the knowledge that we desire so much. We find it together, you know, and we walk this journey together as well. A lot is going to happen in this channel. I don't want to talk about it at the moment, um, but yeah, I am planning a lot of things, um, but and that is what gave birth to what I'm doing right now, to basically this show, that the diary, actually, the diary is basically the extension of the business that I'm doing, you know. So while I'm still waiting for everything else, because I've put everything on ice at the moment, so while I'm waiting for things to start up around May, June, I had to keep myself busy. You know what I mean? Because just sitting around and doing nothing is driving me nuts. Like I'm I don't know. I'm losing my mind, you know. And it's even worse because I'm a very impatient person, you know. Just the other day, I had a friend of mine calling me and telling me, because I was saying on my Facebook page, I was saying that I have anxiety, and sometimes I can't sleep and wada because of the whole process and how long it's going to take. And then my friend calls me and says to me, Connie, the problem that you have is that you're impatient, you know. And and for the first time in my life, I actually heard him when he said that, because I it hit me hard, and I actually felt it so deep when he said that. And um and then I prayed and I asked God, give me something to do in my waiting period, you know. And boom, the idea was born. So yeah, here we are today. um okay, so let me talk about, first and foremost, this channel, right? We're going to talk about, I want to talk about my experiences in the business world as an entrepreneur, you know. That is what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the red meat industry, you know. um the value chain as well of the red meat industry. um I've already spoken about the inspiration behind the channel, and I also want to talk about the extension of the business. Here's the thing: initially, the business, like I said, it's a meat processing plant and a butchery, right? That is basically what I'm doing. However, because we are still in the waiting period, I decided to do something else while I wait, and basically that is what gave birth to this at the moment. I said this before. Guys, remember, what we need to know is, within your business, ne, you must have multiple sources of income within your business, but the sources of income should not stretch your business thin. It should not overstretch your business resources. That is the most important thing that you need to know. That whatever it is that you're doing in your business, it should not be outside of the industry of what you're already doing. Otherwise, you are going to shift your focus and you're going to divide your focus from this to that. And as a result, your businesses are going to suffer. We don't want you to do that. As much as we want multiple sources of income, but you must be careful not to be sucked into finding yourself doing a lot of different things. Whatever it is that you do the things that are still within the value chain of your business. In that way, it's going to enhance your business, and it's not going to suffer. It's not going to make your business suffer in any way. You get what I'm saying? Awesome. Um, Here's another thing that I also want to talk about: starting where you are with what you have. At the moment, at at the moment, as you can see, I'm sitting in my little butchery. It's a very, very small place, by the way. So this is what I did. My house is a 3-bedroom house, right? So I used, my other son is not here. I'm living with one, it's one son, and the other one is not here. So I used my older son's bedroom, and I converted it into a butch into a meat processing plant slash butchery, whatever it is that you want to call it. I converted that, and that is what I'm using. Okay. Which brings me to another point to say, when this business started in October, somewhere around there, when this business started in October, it started by mistake. Yes, it started by mistake. This is what basically happened. As I was doing product development and testing, okay, I guess I made the mistake of posting the stuff that I was making on my Facebook page. And guys, my Facebook page went crazy. It went crazy. And I found myself not knowing what happened, you know? I found myself not knowing what really happened. It just went boom, and it went out of my control, and everything was just out of my control. I had people calling me, I had people coming over. It was just ridiculous. The orders that were coming in, and I was like, what have I done? My goodness, what have I done? I wasn't ready at the time. I wasn't prepared at the time. I wasn't properly prepared at the time. But things just happened. And I found myself I found myself doing everything, like starting the business, which I had never planned for in the way that it happened, you know. Okay, I made the biltongs, I made the meat, you know, I started packaging and whatever. I will show you some of my products at a later stage. You can even go to my Facebook page, Konisa Nasika Kumalo, and you will see some of the stuff that I made, you know, during that process of craziness. But out of all of that craziness, something beautiful was born. You know, I've learned so much. So many things came to my attention. I've learned so many lessons, you know. So many things came to the clear. Other things were confirmed in that chaos as well, you know. Like so many good things came out of that chaos. And it just goes to show Uguti, sometimes in the middle of chaos, in the middle of the storm, something beautiful is born. So you must always look for something beautiful in the middle of your storm, especially if you're an entrepreneur. That is something that you should always look forward to. As much as it's exhausting, it's scary, it's all of these emotions, but it's something that you should always look for. And also, you must also try to find solution in every situation. You must also try to in every bad situation, you must always try to find solution, because an entrepreneur is a solution minded person. Let that stay with you. What I also want to talk about is, in business, nothing is absolute. You have to be flexible. You have to move with the times. You have to move with the industry. You must be able to adapt. Some people calling it rolling with the punches. You got to learn to roll with the punches, baby. Otherwise, you're going to be in trouble. You're going to be in trouble. So, do yourself a favor. Learn to roll with the punches. Learn to understand your industry. Whatever your industry that you're in, you must learn as much as you possibly can about your industry. You know, get the skills. Very important for you to get the skills that will keep you competent, that will keep you ahead of the rest, or if not ahead, but at least you're moving with the role players. You're moving with the big guys. You're not left behind. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. Don't be left too behind with what is happening in the current times. And also start with what you have where you are. So basically, this is what I'm doing at the moment. Me starting this channel, the way that I'm starting it, is me starting where I am with what I have. While I'm waiting for bigger things to happen at a later stage. So what that does, it helps you to stay focused. It helps you to stay knowledgeable. It helps you to stay. It adds value somehow. It helps you not to get lazy. Basically, it helps you to keep moving. You know. So yeah, just use whatever it is that you have. Buy smaller nyana things, one thing at the time. You must understand the power of accumulation. Once you understand the power of accumulation, you will understand what I'm saying. Oguti, if you put, like, let's say for example, you're making tea and you put 1 teaspoon, you stir it and you drink, you're not going to taste it, right? You put in another spoon, you probably won't taste it as well. But once you put 3 to 4 spoons, now you'll be able to taste it. Nah, this thing is getting too sweet. The same thing happens with everything that you do. The power of accumulation. You keep on adding one thing today, tomorrow another thing, tomorrow another. In 2 weeks' time, you have accumulated so much. So you must learn the power of accumulation. And nothing is done overnight. That is also one thing that we need to understand. Guys, it's important for us to have goals. And in those goals, we must be able to do planning within our goals. You plan within your goals. Goals and plans are 2 different things. Let us get that, my friends. Goals and plans are 2 different things. And one day we're going to get into that in much more detail. But for now, I'm just brushing across. And also doing reviews and previews. Reviews and previews. Reviews are when you sit down and say, okay, what have I done up until so far? How did I get to where I am at the moment? That is a review. Okay? A preview is where I was before I got here. What happened before I got here that got me to the place where I am at the moment? It's very important for you. Before you start anything, you must do a preview of where you were and where you want to be, and then you work your way to in between. Basically, you work your way in between. Whatever the gap that is left between a preview and a review, you have to do. You fill in the gap, basically. And also, don't be afraid to fail. Do not be afraid to fail. And do not be afraid to go back to the drawing board and re-strategize. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Go back to your drawing board. If you see, this thing is not right here. You're not hitting your targets. You're falling short somewhere. Go back to your drawing board. Swallow your pride. Swallow your pride. Get rid of your ego and go back to your drawing board. And it's important, this is why it's important for you also to get a mentor, you know, because a mentor helps you with the things that you can't. You know, when when you are too emotionally invested in something, it's very difficult for you to make some decisions, especially very difficult decisions. It's very difficult for you to make those decisions. And if you have a mentor, he's going to hold you, he or she is going to hold you accountable for those decisions, the difficult decisions that you can't make for yourself. And in that way, it will help you to progress better. Guys, once again, thank you so much um, for being with me. I'm looking forward um, to spending this journey with you guys. But yeah, I don't want to talk too much. I'm going to be doing a lot more butcher diaries where we talk about business strategies and a whole lot of other different topics regarding the business, not just the butchery business, but just business in general. We're going to talk about that. And yeah, thank you so much, guys. Bye.